Having one successful account, making between say $3,000 to $4,000 a month right now. Working on building my second one. What's like necessary for creating a second account and what's not necessary. And me and Marc will discuss it in this video. The reason of the ban is not because of the IP. The reason of the ban is because you're mismanaging your account.
What's up guys, Marc, Augustine, and in this video we're about to dive in a little bit with some research around running multiple eBay accounts for dropshipping. So like and subscribe. The reason why we're going into this topic is because one, I've covered this topic a number of times on my YouTube channel, but in the eBay dropshipping space, there are a lot of opinions about what is necessary to run multiple accounts, and that's evidence from a video I did with Jonathan a couple of weeks ago. I'll put a link to that. But subscribe. Joran, you want to introduce yourself before we get into the topic?
Yeah, hi, I'm Joran. I've been eBay dropshipping since a couple months, like 5 months. Having one successful account, making between say $3,000 to $4,000 a month right now. Working on building my second one, so I chose to dive deep into what's like necessary for creating a second account and what's not necessary. And me and Marc will discuss it in this video, like he said.
And in a future video, we'll talk about the fact that I think you should get the first account at $10,000 before building a second account. But that's another story. So Joran did a little bit of research, and there's a lot of references on the research he did, right? So you wanted to share your screen a second. And guys, if you want access to this document that we're sharing, leave your email in the comment section, or send me an email to marcaugustine@gmail.com and we'll get this to you, right? But Joran, what are we looking at here?
So what we're looking at here is a dive deep into what makes eBay ban your accounts in the first place, what the reason, how you can avoid it in a sense, I guess, and what the actual reasoning is, why people get banned, and if having a different IP, different static IP, different device IP truly matters compared to your identity being verified by eBay. That's basically, I wanted to lay out what is actually causing the connection of accounts, and I posted all my sources as well, which varies from actual studies being done to people's personal experiences to a bunch of other things, honestly. Well, what you're seeing here is, let me just zoom in a little bit, the account linking risk matrix, right? Which according to my research, the identity verification, once you submitted identity verification, you have everything is linked the highest, right? So the weight score and the risk level are both very, very high, and the risk level and the difficulty, but everyone can verify their ID, right? And that's ID verification, name, and tax identification, right? Because your tax identification number you also need to put in,
right?
Which is also, that's the reason why you, for example, don't have to pay any sales tax on your extra on your account, right? Or why I don't have to pay any VAT, as an example. So my identity is instantly verified in their system. I will do this on both my accounts because I don't want to pay 19 to 21% extra, right? At least from the Netherlands, that's would be like that. Mm-hmm. Then you can see it goes down with address a little bit, and same for bank account, IP address, right? Device, print, in a sense, which eBay reads all of it. There's no numbers essentially that tell exactly what eBay doesn't publicize that, what the reason is for their bans. There's many occasions where people are on the same IP. Two different people with different identities are on the same IP, and one of them got banned and the other one will also get banned. But this has happened a fair amount of times. I couldn't find anything regarding people with the same ID getting banned that I didn't realize, that I didn't see, but you can assume that it will. The reason of the ban is not because of the IP. The reason of the ban is because you're mismanaging your account, right? So eBay does allow multiple accounts for the same person. Each account needs a different email address. You can have the same bank account. You don't need to. Address and name can be shared across accounts. The IP address is just another factor of it.
But what have you found on the IP address in particular? Does it seem to be an important factor or no?
I mean, it can be seen as an important factor, but it also can't, because it's a factor regarding you have a chance of your other account getting suspended if you run two accounts from the same there's a chance.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure if this will always happen, but the reason, like the best thing what you should do, because is to avoid suspension, is just running your account in good metrics. Like you ship in time, you like don't have any payment defects, you don't have poor customer service, you don't have duplicate listing, prohibited items, any drop shipping violations, or like you don't have a suspicious selling pattern, so growing too quickly. Like all of these things, your account is not bound to be banned. So if you run a good account, you can run multiple accounts from the same IP and nothing will happen. The thing is, the moment you let go of account performance and your account is heavily underperforming to the point where you get banned from selling completely, then you have a problem. Like then your accounts are potentially at risk.
And
As long
that's
as
the
you're
thing. I think you have to be doing a really, really, really bad job to completely get banned, because we have multiple people in Ecom Sniper that have below standard accounts and above standard accounts on the same computer.
Right, exactly. So in that sense, you are still taking a little bit of a risk, but there's no real proof out there from what I could find from people then running an account on a different IP, on a different address with the same identity verification that had one account getting banned and the other not getting banned. I could not find anything like that. So unless that's out there.
I see what you're saying. Once let's say you have three accounts with the same identity, separating it with an IP address doesn't seem to have a difference. Which
Actually
would
haven't
make, in
spoken
my
or
opinion, that makes sense. But you're saying from what you have researched, you haven't found any case where separating it had an advantage.
exactly, like I haven't seen any, because if that's out there, it would be very, very valuable, right? If someone actually has the proof of this happening and that one of their account got banned and the other one completely unaffected, like then it's a proven method. But
With
right
the
now,
same identity, different. So, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube and you happen to be someone that has done this, and this, I don't want someone to come and say, "Hey, I did this a long time ago." The IP addresses are important. The reason why we're doing this is we're doing actual research. And from what we've seen, there's no advantage around using the same ID and different IP addresses. So if you're one of those people that happen to solve this problem, let us know in the comment section. We could get in a call and I'll actually host you on the channel to prove us wrong. But go ahead, you're on.
so I mean that's pretty much it, right? It's not against eBay terms of service to set up multiple accounts. It's just against terms of service to operate your account in bad faith and run a bad seller's account that has a bad customer experience. That is against their service, and then they will punish you. And then having your accounts connected could potentially, which is not proven, to have a ripple effect on your other account, right? Which I haven't been able to verify with the same ID. That only happens when people have a different ID. So yeah, that's
Say that
basically
again
it.
about the different ID.
So let's say we're on the same IP address and your account would get banned. Your account, even if your account got banned 5 years ago because you had malpractice, if I'm on the same IP address and I'll create an account, there's a chance of my account being flagged or
Right.
even though, or banned and whatnot, or having like very low limits just because of what you did on the IP address, right?
And you've
Um,
actually found evidence of that.
I found multiple people actually having this experience. The thing is, what I haven't found is people that did it with the same identity. I'm not sure if that will matter or not. I'm not sure if eBay will always handle it like this. The
Right.
thing is, I have verified that, right? But I haven't been able to verify if it's then the IP address like in this case it's the IP address, right? But if you're the same identity, you can change the IP address, but you still might get banned, right? Like even if you do a different ID, because you'll have the same
Right.
ID
I
to get
know
what it
that
is.
once you use the same ID, they would connect it to a previous account.
Yeah. So in the end, it's not a foolproof research. I think your opinion, you can make up out of it what you find more important. If you want to jump through the hoops of selling on multiple devices, what I do think is
You can
that
stop sharing your runs, because if they want the full document, we can send it to them. So, guys, if you want
yes.
this full document, you could let us know in the comment section and we'll get it to you.
So in the end, I think it's for up to people to figure out what they find important. And I think if you run your accounts well and you have good customer service, you can definitely run them from one device. It's just then eBay will not have a single problem with you, right? Like that's also just how it will work in the end. But yeah, in that sense, yeah, that's how I look at it personally. But if you feel like you don't want to take that risk, then risk, I guess then you don't have that confidence that you can do so, then you should maybe still consider doing different IPs and jumping through all the hoops.
Okay, so guys, the conclusion, I've said this before because I did a video with Ben and he opened his second account on the same computer, just with a different Chrome extension. And he just did a different Chrome extension for his personal organization's sake. No part of his thought process was trying to hide what he was doing from eBay. So guys, if you agree, like the video. If you disagree, let us know in the comment section, because the more we talk about this, the more we would learn. If you would want any help from myself or Joran in your eBay dropshipping business, I'll put a link to my calendar and I'll put a link to Joran's calendar so we could give you some of our time. We're doing that for a limited time. The goal, my personal goal, is to get 9 more people like Joran making $6,000 a month on eBay. If you want to be one of those people, let me know and we could figure out how we could get that done. Any last thing you want to say about these multiple accounts thing, Joran?
No, I think you pretty much covered it all now. Yep.
All right, guys. So like, subscribe. I'll put a link to Joran's YouTube channel in the description. Let us know how you could help you. Have a good one, guys. Peace.